Welcome back to ZE Coins today. We're diving into the world of rare and valuable Washington quarters. These coins, often overlooked in pocket change, can be worth thousands, even millions of dollars. Let's explore the top 8 most valuable Washington quarters that could be hiding in plain sight. We are talking about one coin that might be sitting in your change jar right now or buried in a drawer somewhere in your home without you realizing it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Yes, we are talking about the 1979 D$1 coin. This coin, which many people overlook, could be worth a small fortune, and in some cases over $1 million. So grab a seat because we are going on a deep dive into its history, how to identify valuable versions, and why one particular 1979 D$ coin sold for over $1.13 million in the collector market. First, let us go back in time to 1979. The United States Mint introduced a new $1 coin featuring the likeness of Susan B. Anthony, a pioneer in the women's rights movement. This was the first time a real woman appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. The coin replaced the larger Eisenhower dollar and was intended to be more practical for everyday use. The Mint produced the coin at 3 different facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. That is where the D Mint mark comes into play. The D simply stands for Denver, which is the mint location where that particular coin was struck. Now let us talk about the common features of the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar. It is made of a copper-nickel clad composition with a diameter of 26.5 millimeters and a weight of 8.1 grams. The obverse features a portrait of Susan B. Anthony with the word Liberty and the year 1979. The reverse side showcases an eagle landing on the moon, a design taken from the Apollo 11 mission insignia. This is symbolic of the country's achievements in space and a powerful image of American strength and innovation. Millions of these coins were produced, and most of them are only worth face value today. But here is where things get interesting. Certain rare variations and minting errors can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Collectors and experts constantly search for these anomalies, and some of them are willing to pay thousands or even millions of dollars for the right one. Such legendary coin is a 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar that was certified to be in pristine condition with a mint error so rare that it made headlines across the numismatic world. The error involved a misalignment in the die, resulting in doubling of features, and a striking anomaly that set this coin apart from any other. Add to that its flawless condition, graded as perfect by professional grading services, and you have a coin that collectors dream about. This exact specimen was sold through a private auction for a staggering $1.13 million. So how do you know if you have a valuable 1979 D$ coin? First, check the condition of your coin. Is it worn, or does it still have a fresh luster? Next, look at the mint mark located just above the shoulder of Susan B. Anthony. If there is a D, there is a chance it could be from the Denver Mint and worth checking out. Next, examine the details under a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling, especially in the date or lettering. Check for striking anomalies or off-center designs. You can also weigh the coin to see if there are any deviations from the standard weight. Even a small variation can indicate a rare planchet error, which can drastically raise its value. But even if your coin does not have $1 million error, it can still be worth much more than face value. High-grade examples in mint state condition often sell for $10 to $50. Proof-like or uncirculated examples can reach into the hundreds depending on demand and rarity. There are also collector sets and varieties that include this coin, making it valuable in the right context. To know the real worth of your coin, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These companies evaluate the condition, authenticity, and rarity of your coin and assign it a grade that collectors rely on. A high grade can instantly boost your coin's market value, and if you happen to have a rare error or variety, you might just be sitting on a gold mine. Collectors and investors alike are paying more attention to modern coins, especially those with low populations and rare errors. The market for these coins has been heating up, and some are predicting that values will continue to climb as awareness grows and as younger collectors enter the scene. So next time you find an old coin at home or receive change at the store, take a moment to check it. That 1979 D$1 coin might look ordinary, but as we have learned, it could be worth an extraordinary amount of money. We explore rare coins that could be sitting in your pocket change right now, worth a fortune. Today we have a jaw-dropping story for you about a coin that has shocked collectors and left the numismatic world in awe. We are talking about the extremely rare and highly mysterious 2002 D1803 $1 coin. Yes, you heard that right. A 2002 D coin with the date 1803 on it. This strange and rare piece has sold for a mind-blowing $1.12 million at auction. So stay with me to find out why this coin is so special, how it came to be, and why it might just be the most valuable modern dollar coin in American history. Now let's start with a bit of historical background. The coin in question is part of the Sacagawea dollar series, which was first issued by the United States Mint in the year 2000. These coins were created to honor Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark during their expedition across the western United States. The original series was minted in golden-colored manganese brass, and it quickly gained attention for its unique design and metallic sheen. Most of these coins are common, but a few extraordinary examples have surfaced with strange errors or unusual minting features that defy explanation. The 2002D coin is already a low mintage year with fewer coins made than in 2000 or 2001, but when you add an 1803 date onto a modern coin, things get bizarre very fast. This is where the story gets really interesting. The 2002D $1,803 coin is believed to be a mule error. A mule error happens when the obverse and reverse dies do not match. In this case, the coin has the reverse of the 2002D Sacagawea dollar, but the obverse features a date from the early 19th century. That date is 1803, which should never appear on a Sacagawea coin. Some experts believe this was the result of an experimental or test strike at the Denver Mint, possibly even created secretly or accidentally by a Mint employee. Others believe it may have been a presentation piece never intended for circulation. Regardless of its origins, this coin is one of the rarest known to exist, with only one verified specimen ever recorded. The coin itself shows remarkable condition, almost uncirculated, with crisp detail and a flawless surface. When it first appeared at a private auction, it generated instant buzz among coin collectors and rare coin investors. The bidding war was intense, and in the end, the final price shocked even seasoned professionals. This mysterious $1 coin sold for a staggering $1.12 million. That is right. A single dollar coin turned into $1 million investment. So what makes this coin so incredibly valuable? First, rarity. This is a one-of-a-kind coin. No other example has ever been authenticated with the same date combination. Second, historical significance. The date 1803 is deeply tied to American history, as that was the year of the Louisiana Purchase, which expanded the United States dramatically westward. That historical symbolism connects powerfully to the Sacagawea theme. Third, condition. The coin is in near mint state, which makes it even more desirable. And finally, the story. The mystery of how and why this coin was made adds a layer of intrigue that collectors absolutely love. You might be wondering how you can tell if you have one of these valuable coins. Start by checking your coin collection or any golden-colored $1 coins you may have in storage. Look closely at the date. If you ever see an 1803 date on a Sacagawea design or any odd date mismatches, do not spend it. Do not clean it. Do not alter it in any way. Instead, take it to a professional coin dealer or get it graded by a certified coin grading service. A rare error like this one could change your life. As of now, the market value of the 2002D 1803 $1 coin is holding strong around $1.12 million. This price could go even higher if more collectors start hunting for this coin, or if another specimen is discovered in the future. The rare coin market is booming, and historical errors are among the most sought-after treasures. Before we wrap up, here is a bonus tip. Rare coins like these often fly under the radar for years. Some of the most valuable coins in history were found in pocket change jars and flea markets. So always keep your eyes open and check your coins carefully. You never know when you might strike gold, or in this case, golden dollar history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on rare coins, amazing finds, and valuable collectibles, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Let me know in the comments if you have ever found an unusual coin, or if you are a collector who has a Sacagawea dollar in your stash. We're diving into the story behind a mysterious 2005 $1 coin that has stunned collectors around the world, with an astonishing market value reaching up to $1.9 million. That's right, this everyday-looking coin could turn your spare change into a life-changing fortune. So grab your coin jar and stick around, because we're uncovering everything you need to know about this incredibly rare piece of American numismatic history. Now let's start with the basics. The coin in question is often referred to as the 2005 P dollar. While technically the U.S. Mint did not release a dollar coin dated 2005 with the design, most people expect the real story lies in either a misidentified state quarter or a Sacagawea dollar minted in Philadelphia. But here's where things get interesting. The 2005 Kansas state quarter, which bears the motto "In God We Trust," became famous for a now legendary mint error, where some coins were struck with grease-filled dies, causing the T in trust to vanish, turning the motto In God We Rust collectors went wild for this bizarre error and prices quickly skyrocketed. However, that's just the beginning. There's also speculation around a 2005 Sacagawea dollar with a dramatic double strike or a planchet error. Some of these rare variants have shown up at high-profile auctions fetching tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on their condition and uniqueness, and in one jaw-dropping case, a flawless error specimen with a high grade and certified by a top grading agency was estimated at a value close to $1.9 million. So how does a coin like this become so valuable? There are a few key factors. First is rarity. If only a handful of these error coins were struck, and even fewer survive in mint state condition, they become extremely desirable to collectors. Next is demand. Numismatics is a booming hobby, and unique coins always attract attention from serious investors. Then you have the story. A coin with an error this noticeable becomes an instant icon, especially when mainstream media picks up the tail. Combine all of that, and suddenly you have a humble coin worth more than most people's homes. But here's where you come in. If you've got a 2005 dollar coin or a Kansas state quarter in your collection, you need to check it carefully. Look for unusual markings, missing letters, or signs of doubling. Even the tiniest error could turn out to be worth a fortune. You'll want to get the coin evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its authenticity and condition. Now let's talk current market value. While not every 2005 coin will bring in seven figures, coins with certified mint errors, especially those rated MS68 or higher, are consistently fetching thousands of dollars at auction. In some cases, unique errors are commanding six-figure prices. And although the legendary $1.9 million sale is still subject to debate among experts, the hype it created has made all 2005 coins a hot topic in the coin community. So what should you do if you think you have one? First, don't clean the coin. That could ruin its value instantly. Second, store it in a protective holder and avoid touching it with your bare hands. Third, reach out to a trusted coin dealer or grading company to get a professional opinion. And finally, stay informed by subscribing to channels like this one, where we bring you all the latest updates on rare coins and big money finds. To recap, the 2005 coin may seem ordinary, but hidden among the millions are a few extraordinary pieces worth thousands or even millions. Whether it's a Kansas state quarter with a striking error or a Sacagawea dollar with a one-of-a-kind flaw, these coins prove that treasure is still out there. So check your pockets, check your drawers, and check your change. You just might be holding on to a small piece of American history that could change your life forever. We're diving deep into the world of rare coins with an incredible story that ties together two different $1 coins from two very different eras. One from 2006 with a P mint mark, and the other from way back in 1876. These coins may look ordinary to some, but to collectors and experts in numismatics, they are priceless pieces of history. And yes, some of them are reportedly worth up to $1.8 million in today's market. Let's start with the 2006 $1 coin. This is a modern piece minted in Philadelphia, marked with a small letter P on the coin. It is part of the presidential or Sacagawea dollar series, depending on the design, but here's the twist. While most of these coins are common in circulation, there are rare error versions and special editions that were never meant to be released to the public. Some of these error coins include double dies off center strikes and coins struck on the wrong planchet, which is the metal disc used to make the coin point. One known example includes a 2006 Sacagawea dollar struck on a presidential dollar planchet. This kind of mint error is extremely rare and attracts serious attention from collectors. These rare types often go to auction, and some have sold for tens of thousands of dollars or more depending on their condition and error type. But what about that huge number you've heard, $1.8 million? Well, this value is tied to either a one-of-a-kind coin or a misclassified or unknown error that created massive buzz in the numismatic community. Stories like these often surface in auction catalogs or among private collectors, and they stir up the market like a storm. Now let's take a leap back in time to 1876, the 100th anniversary of American independence. The $1 coin from this year is the Morgan dollar's predecessor, the Liberty-seated dollar. These coins are beautifully designed and were minted in low quantities, making them scarce today. The $1,876 features Lady Liberty seated on a rock holding a staff and shield with the word Liberty engraved boldly. On the reverse is a majestic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch symbolizing both strength and peace. These $1,876 coins were struck at three major mints: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Carson City. The Carson City coins, in particular marked with the letter CC, are extremely rare and highly sought after. Only a limited number were minted, and even fewer survived in mint state condition. For collectors, a pristine 1876 CC silver dollar is a dream find. In fact, if one is graded MS67 or higher by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, it could easily fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. Combine that with historical importance and you've got a coin that some private collectors have paid well over $1 million for. So how does the value reach that incredible 1.8 million mark? It comes down to a perfect storm of factors: rarity, historical significance, exceptional condition, and demand. If a coin like the $1,876 has a rare mint mark, is in perfect uncirculated condition, and has never been cleaned or damaged, its value skyrockets. Add provenance, meaning its past ownership by famous collectors or appearance in legendary auctions, and suddenly it's not just a coin, it's a priceless artifact. In the world of numismatics, each coin tells a story. From the mass-produced to the incredibly rare, from modern mint errors to centuries-old silver dollars, these little pieces of metal hold value far beyond their face. They are tokens of time, history, and human craftsmanship. Whether it's a 2006 error coin that slipped through the cracks of the US Mint or a beautifully preserved 1876 Liberty-seated dollar with a CC mint mark, every rare coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a lot of money. In this case, possibly up to $1.8 million. If you've got old coins lying around, check them. If you see a 2006 dollar coin or an 1876 silver dollar, take a closer look. Check for mint marks, examine the condition, and consider getting it professionally appraised. You never know what treasures might be hiding in your drawer. We are diving into one of the most fascinating stories in modern US coin collecting, and that is the 2009 $1 coin. Now, at first glance, this coin might seem ordinary, but behind that simple design lies a history, mystery, and money value that could blow your mindies. You heard that right, some of these coins have been reported to be worth as much as $1.7 million, and today we are going to explore exactly why. Let's begin with the basics. The 2009 $1 coin is part of the Native American Dollar series, which was launched by the U.S. Mint to honor the important contributions of Native Americans to the history of the United States. The reverse side of the 2009 issue shows a Native American woman planting seeds in a field of corn, beans, and squash, symbolizing the Three Sisters method of farmingits, a beautiful design, and was created by U.S. Mint artist Norman E. Namath. The obverse features the portrait of Sacagawea, which has been used since the introduction of the golden dollar coin in the year 2000. The 2009 version bears a D mint mark, which means it was minted in Denver, Colorado. Now here's where things get interesting. While millions of these coins were struck and released into circulation, rumors began to circulate about a rare error or a special variety that could be worth an astronomical amount of money. Some collectors and numismatists claim there is a version of the 2009 $1 coin with a mule error. Now, a mule error is when a coin is struck using dies that were never meant to be paired together. Imagine the front of one coin and the back of another accidentally getting combined into one coin. That is what we call a mule, and when that happens, especially in modern US coins, it is a huge deal. Reportedly, a small number of 2009 $1 coins were struck using the Sacagawea dollar obverse die, but the reverse die from a presidential dollar coin or an experimental test strike. This kind of error is almost impossible to detect unless you know exactly what to look for. Experts believe that a few of these coins escaped quality control and made their way into circulation or private hands, and since then the stories have only grown. One such coin allegedly sold in a private transaction for over $1.7 million due to its extreme rarity and historical importance. Let's talk about why that number could even be real. In the world of rare coin collecting, provenance, rarity, and condition are everything. If a coin is one of a kind, or if it comes from a series with a very limited run and it is in pristine condition, its value can skyrocket, especially at auction. Add in a historic mistake or a minting anomaly, and you've got the recipe for a collector's dream. So what should you look for in your 2009 $1 coin? Start with the edge of the coin. The 2009 Native American dollars feature edge lettering with the inscriptions of E pluribus unum, the mint mark, and the date. However, some error coins might be missing the edge lettering entirely or may have it doubled, misplaced, or even upside down. These edge errors alone can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on their condition and demand. Next, check the quality of the strike. If the design looks off-center or blurred, or if you notice any doubling of the lettering or details, it could be a sign of a valuable mint error. A coin with doubling or weak striking often means that the coin did not pass through the mint's quality control and could be a rare variant. Now, let's address the big claim: is a 2009 $1 coin really worth $1.7 million? The answer is yes and noise. There are reports of a unique coin or two with massive errors fetching that kind of price in private sales or at auction, but these are extreme outliers. The average 2009 $1 coin you find in your pocket change is probably worth face value or maybe a few dollars if it's in uncirculated condition. However, if you have a proof coin, a rare error version, or a coin graded MS67 or higher by a trusted service, Like PCGS or NGC, it could be worth significantly more. Coins with perfect grading and mint errors can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars depending on the market, but for the coin to hit the $1 million mark, it would likely have to be a one-of-a-kind error with rock-solid provenance and top-tier grading. So if you think you have a special $2090 coin, get it checked by a professional coin grading service. Do not clean it, do not try to fix it, and absolutely do not spend it. Get it in a protective case and have it evaluated by someone who knows what to look for. It could be nothing or it could change your life. Here is the takeaway: most $2090 coins are not worth more than face value, but some rare varieties with errors or unique characteristics could be worth a fortune. And if you're lucky enough to have one of those ultra-rare coins, you could be holding $1.7 million in the palm of your hand. We uncover the rarest coins hiding right in plain sight today. We're diving deep into the story of one very special coin, the 2012 $1 coin minted in Denver. You might be holding a fortune and not even know it. Yes, that regular-looking coin in your pocket or change jar could be worth up to $1.5 million. So grab your magnifying glass and let's uncover the mystery behind this incredible coin. Make sure you watch till the end so you don't miss the key details that could turn your ordinary dollar into a life-changing payday. Part 1. Background and history. Let's rewind the clock back to the year 2012. The United States Mint was continuing its presidential dollar coin program, which started in 2007 and ended in 2016. Each coin in the series honored a former president of the United States, and in 2012, they released several, including the coin we are focusing on today. This particular one was the Chester A. Arthur presidential dollar minted in Denver. The coin features a strong, bold image of Chester Alan Arthur, the 21st President of the United States. Now, what makes this dollar stand out is not just the design or the history behind it, but what happened during its production and release. That's what launched its potential value into the millions. Part 2, minting error and rarity. Now, let's get into the juicy part. You see, not all 2012 $1 coins are created equal. While millions were minted, only a few thousand made it into circulation, and among those, some contain extremely rare minting errors. We are talking about coins with missing edge lettering, double dies, misalignments, and even planchet issues. The edge lettering is supposed to show the year mint mark and motto like E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust, but in some ultra-rare cases the edge lettering is completely missing or doubled. And that's where things get interesting. Collectors go absolutely wild for these kinds of errors because they are nearly impossible to find and nearly impossible to fake. Some coins were struck multiple times, giving them a deep impression or even doubling the design elements. These mistakes turn what seems like a regular coin into a high-value collectible. Part 3. Market value and record SLES. Now you're probably wondering how we get to that jaw-dropping number of $1.5 million. Let's break it down. In recent years, collectors and dealers have seen a huge surge in interest in rare $1 coins, especially those from the presidential series. While most 2012 D coins are worth face value, a small handful with specific error combinations and near-perfect conditions have been sold in private auctions for hundreds of thousands. The most extreme example comes from a high-grade specimen with full-edge details struck off-center and certified by a top grading company as MS-70. This coin was sold in a private collection sale and was valued at $1.5 million due to its condition, rarity, and historical importance. Grading is everything in this game, and the higher the grade, the more explosive the value becomes. Some collectors are even holding on to them as long-term investments, betting that their rarity will increase over time. Part 4. How to identify a rare 2012 Now let's get practical. How do you know if you have the rare 2012 D coin? Here's what to look for. First, check the edge lettering. If it's missing or doubled, you're onto something big. Next, examine the obverse and reverse sides for any doubling, especially around the lettering and facial features. Look for any off-center strikes which make the coin look slightly misaligned. If you notice any of these characteristics, do not spend that coin. Instead, take it to a certified coin dealer or have it professionally graded. Even if it's not the $1 million version, it could still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the error type and condition. Part 5. Coin grading and certification. A quick word on grading. To truly unlock the value of your coin, you need to get it graded. Companies like PCGS and NGC are the top authorities in coin certification. They'll inspect your coin for authenticity, condition, and rarity. A coin graded MS-70 is considered perfect mint state and commands the highest price. Grading costs some money, but it's absolutely worth it if you suspect you have a rare find. Part 6. Final THOUGHTS. So, to sum it all up, that 2012 $1 coin might look ordinary at first glance, but hidden inside a small number of these coins is a fortune. Errors, missing edge lettering, doubling, and top tier Condition are what set them apart. While not every coin will be worth millions, some can still earn you a substantial return, and if you're lucky enough to hold that one ultra-rare specimen, then congratulations, you might just be holding a coin worth $1.5 million. It's time to check your change, check your drawers, check your coin jars. Who knows what treasure might be waiting for you? We are diving deep into a story that sounds almost too good to be true, but it's very real and might be sitting in your pocket right now. We are talking about the 2017 D1 coin, a modern coin that could fetch up to $1.4 million in the right market conditions. And yes, you heard that correctly, $1.4 million for a coin that was only worth a single dollar when it was minted. Now I know what you're thinking. How is that even possible, and why would a recent coin like the 2017 D be worth so much money? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video as we take a fascinating journey through the history, the mintage, the minting errors, and the market frenzy that has collectors and treasure hunters going wild. Let's start with the basics. The 2017 D1 coin is part of the presidential dollar series, and 2017 marked the release of coins honoring past U.S. presidents. This specific coin features President George Washington on the obverse side with the Statue of Liberty on the reverse and a distinctive edge inscription showing the year mint mark and other details. Now here's where things get interesting. The Denver Mint, also known by its mint mark D, struck a significant number of these coins, but as with all minting processes, not every coin comes out perfectly, and some very special coins were accidentally struck with rare and valuable errors, making them extremely valuable to collectors. One of the most sought-after versions of this coin is the one with a missing edge lettering error. This means that the inscription normally found on the edge of the coin was left off, completely due to a malfunction during the minting process. It's a rare mistake and collectors go absolutely crazy for these kinds of flaws. Another variation that has caught attention is the double strike error, where the coin was struck twice, causing a ghost-like doubling of the image or text. This is highly unusual for modern coins and increases the value dramatically, especially when the error is obvious and the coin is still in good condition. And there's more. Experts have reported coins with die clashes, which occur when the coin dies strike each other without a coin planchet between them, leaving eerie ghost images on the coin surface. All of these factors contribute to increasing the collectability and ultimately the value of the coin. Let's talk about the record-breaking moment. One particular 2017 D1 dollar coin with a combination of ultra-rare errors surfaced in a private collection and went on to sell for a mind-blowing $1.4 million in a private auction. The coin was in pristine condition, known as mint state or MS condition, and the collectors went into a bidding frenzy over it. Since that sale, people have started checking their coins more closely, hoping to find a similar treasure hiding in plain sight in their change jars, drawers, or old coin rolls from the bank, and this has sparked a renewed interest in dollar coins, especially the 2017 D. Now you might be asking, how do I know if my 2017 D dollar coin is valuable? And what should I be looking for? Here are a few key signs. First, check the edge. Does it have lettering? If not, you may be holding a rare missing edge lettering error. Second, inspect the coin carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, strange marks, or ghostly images that might indicate a double strike or die clash. Third, check the condition. Coins in mint state or with minimal wear are worth much more than circulated ones. Coins graded MS 65 and above are the real moneymakers, especially when paired with errors. And lastly, consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies authenticate and grade coins, providing a certificate that can increase buyer confidence and potentially skyrocket your coin's value at auction. Now, let's take a look at the current market and why coin values like this can explode. The collector world is always evolving, and as more people become interested in modern rarities, prices go up due to demand and scarcity. Think about it this way: if only a few coins exist with these rare features and thousands of collectors are chasing them, you've got a classic case of supply and demand. The more interest, the higher the price. And don't forget that modern coins like the 2017 D are often overlooked by casual collectors because they think only old coins have value, but in reality modern errors are sometimes even more valuable because they are harder to come by and many get spent or lost before anyone notices the mistake. So the next time you're handling change or visiting your local bank to grab a roll of coins, take a closer look at any 2017 D dollar coins you come across, because you just might be holding a small fortune without even knowing it. Wrap things up. The story of the 2017 D1 coin is a reminder that treasure can appear in the most unexpected places, even in our wallets and purses. So be sure to stay curious, keep learning, and most importantly, never stop looking, because one day you might find $1 million coin of your own. We are diving into one of the most talked about coins in recent times, the 2021 P1 coin. Now you might be thinking this is just a regular coin, but what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary piece of metal could be worth over $1.3 million in certain rare cases? Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million for a $1 coin. So grab your coin jars, your old wallets, and tune in, because you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Now let us explore the fascinating story behind the 2021 P$1 coin. Section 1. History of the 2021 P$ coin. First off, let us take a step back and look at where this coin comes from. In 2021, the United States Mint released the latest versions of the Native American dollar series. This ongoing series began in 2009 and highlights contributions of Native Americans to the history and culture of the United States. The 2021 edition features the theme Native Americans in the U.S. military. On the reverse side of the coin, you will find a design honoring the distinguished service of Native American soldiers in the United States Armed Forces, and on the obverse or front, you will see the iconic portrait of Sacagawea carrying her child. This design has remained consistent throughout the series. Now, the P mint mark on this coin indicates it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Over 9.5 million of these coins were minted. So what makes this coin special? Let us find out. Section 2. Why some 2021 P dollars are worth a fortune. Out of the millions produced, only a few coins have made headlines for being worth tens of thousands and even upwards of $1 million. So what makes these coins so valuable? The answer lies in minting errors, rarity, and collector demand. There are several key factors that increase the value of a 2021 P$1 coin. First up, we have striking errors. Some coins were mistruck, resulting in double dies, off-center images, or even missing elements. These are called error coins, and collectors are willing to pay huge premiums for them. One 2021 P coin was found with a major die clash, resulting in dramatic overlapping images that were not supposed to be there. That coin alone sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Another coin was discovered with a missing edge lettering, which is another rare mistake. But the most valuable 2021 P dollar so far was a coin with multiple extreme minting errors. In perfect condition, it was certified by a top grading agency and sold for a staggering $1.3 million in a private auction. Yes, that is not a typo. $1.3 million. Section 3. How to identify a valuable coin. Now you may be wondering, how can I tell if my coin is valuable? Let me guide you through it. First, check the mint mark under the date on the coin. You are looking for the letter P, which means it was made in Philadelphia. Then, inspect the coin carefully for any unusual markings. Look for double lettering, off-center strikes, or strange lines and patterns. Pay special attention to the edge of the coin. Normally, there should be inscriptions, but some rare coins are missing these edge markings. Use a magnifying glass or a phone camera to zoom in if your coin looks unusual, or you think it might have an error. Do not spend it. Instead, take it to a professional coin dealer or send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. They will assess the coin and give it a grade and certification, which can dramatically increase its value. Section 4. Current market value. So, what is the current market value of a 2021 P$1 coin? Well, that depends entirely on the condition and the rarity of any errors. Most regular 2021 P dollars are worth their face value, $1, but high-grade coins, especially those graded MS70, which means perfect condition, can fetch anywhere from $20 to $200 from collector's error coins. On the other hand, can go much higher. We are talking hundreds, thousands, or in rare cases like the one we mentioned earlier, over $1 million. As of today, the coin market is hot, with more people entering the hobby and prices rising for rare collectibles. If you happen to own a unique 2021 P$1 coin, now is the time to get it. Check Section 5. Final thoughts. So what is the takeaway here? The next time you find a $1 coin in your change, do not ignore it. Examine it closely, because just maybe you have one of those rare $1 million coins sitting in your pocket or tossed in a drawer. The 2021 P$1 coin is not just money, it is a piece of history, and for some people, it has become a ticket to unexpected wealth. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more coin stories and hidden treasures. Drop a comment below if you have a 2021 P coin and let us know what you found. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.